They say silence is empty, but for some, silence is the only thing that ever listened. In a forgotten village tucked between the trees of Eastern Europe lived a boy no one truly saw. He was quiet, too quiet for the world around him. While other boys played and shouted and wrestled in the dust, he walked in the woods, not to run from people, but to feel something real. The village was small, so small that every whisper reached every door. But none of those whispers were about him. He lived with his grandmother, a woman who loved him deeply but barely spoke herself. He watched life through a window, always outside of it, not out of fear, but because no one ever invited him in. He had thoughts, dreams, but silence became his language. It was the only thing that never interrupted. Some days he'd sit by the lake and talk to the water. He'd whisper to the wind. He'd ask the sky why no one ever asked him how he felt. No one answered. But maybe that was the point. In silence he began to listen, not to the world, but to himself. He noticed things others missed, the trembling leaves before a storm, the way old men blink before they cry, the way loneliness hides behind laughter. Years passed. The boy grew, still quiet, but now certain that his silence wasn't weakness. It was power, observation, depth. He began to write, not to be heard, but to understand. He filled journals with reflections on pain, joy, and human nature. He didn't seek attention. He sought truth. One day, a group of children gathered near the forest. They had questions, too many for the adults to answer. So they found the quiet man. He didn't speak often, but when he did, every word mattered. He told stories, real ones, taught them how to sit in silence and feel instead of react, how to notice before they judge, how to speak only when their words can build, not break. And in that quiet space, he became something he never had growing up, a voice for others. You don't need to be loud to matter, you just need to be real. Tell me, did you learn anything from this story? Please like and follow for more.